You can enter notes using your computer keyboard or by mouse or touch. You can also attach a MIDI keyboard when using Chrome, which is currently the only browser that supports Web MIDI. Each horizontal lane in the tracker represents a slot in time. Each pattern lasts for a single musical measure. As such, each of these slots is a subdivision of a measure. By default, each subdivision is a 16th note or semiquaver. You can use the steps value of the pattern editor to specify whether you want to work with 16th, 32nd, 64th or even 128th note resolution. The last one also known as a semi-semiquaver if you want to impress a musically inclined friend. Each vertical lane is known as a track. By default, a track is assigned to a specific instrument. There are 8 instruments available in Efflux and you have a track for each of them. You can click or touch a slot in the pattern to add a note at that given time for the given track. By clicking the note entry icon, the note entry pop-up appears. Here you will see a graphical representation of a single octave of a piano. You can click or touch each of the keys to select that specific note. Below the keyboard you will find 8 numbers. These correspond to the octave the selected note will play as. Lastly, you can optionally use the instrument selector on the top right. By default, this instrument will be the instrument associated with the track number. You can modify an existing note by clicking the note entry icon again or delete it by clicking the delete icon. The note will keep playing until another note is defined within the same track, or until an off instruction is given. You can add this instruction by hitting the K key on your keyboard or by clicking or tapping on the icon. The quickest way to enter notes is by using either a computer keyboard or an attached MIDI keyboard. You can instantly hear sound when pressing the keys, which helps you to improvise. To record, you first activate the record mode. By hitting the note key, the note is entered into the currently selected slot and the selection advances to the next slot, allowing you to easily enter notes repeatedly. You can use the up and down keys on your keyboard to switch slots or tracks at any time. You can also record while the sequencer is running. This is good for improvising on top of existing patterns. You can create chords in the traditional sense by using multiple channels to play multiple notes using the same instruments. By changing the default instrument in the note entry window, you can assign a note to the instrument of your choice, regardless of which track you're entering the note in. All subsequent notes that are entered for this channel in the current pattern will use the same instrument as the last defined note. Also, you can switch between instruments within the same channel strip to prevent using all your available voices just to create a chord. You can also do the old school arpeggio method of outlining a chord by playing all its individual notes in rapid succession, like so.